Charlie Kirk, Early Life and Formative Years. On October 14th, 1993, Charles James Charlie Kirk is born in Arlington Heights, Illinois. He grew up with his parents, Robert, an architect, and Kimberly, a mental health counselor, in a politically active, Republican-leaning suburban family. He participated in the Boy Scouts and earned the rank of Eagle Scout during his youth. While in high school, he became interested in politics. He volunteered in 2010 for the Senate campaign of Republican Mark Kirk, no relation, and organized a protest at his high school over a cookie price increase in the lunchroom. He reports listening to conservative talk radio, Rush Limbaugh, in his junior year of high school, which he says shaped his political perspective. In 2011, he enrolled briefly at Harper College in Palatine, Illinois, but did not complete a degree. Founding and early growth of Turning Point USA. In 2012, at age 17 to 18, he wrote an op-ed for the conservative outlet Breitbart News, criticizing liberal economics textbooks in his school, which led to a Fox News appearance that helped launch his profile. At age 18 to 19, Kirk co-founds the nonprofit organization Turning Point USA with conservative activist Bill Montgomery, with the goal of mobilizing high school and college students around conservative, free market/limited government ideas. He left college to focus on activism full-time under Montgomery's encouragement. Kirk gained media attention through conservative outlets. Rising national profile. In July of 2016, at age 22, Kirk becomes the youngest speaker at the Republican National Convention, RNC, that year. Turning Point USA expands its presence across U.S. high schools and college campuses, establishing chapters, organizing events, and gaining media visibility. Kirk becomes a frequent guest on cable news and a public face for conservative youth activism. In 2018, Kirk published his book, Campus Battlefield: How Conservatives Can Win the Battle on Campus and Why It Matters. He is named in the Forbes 30 Under 30 Law and Policy list around this time. Media expansion and political influence. In October of 2020, Kirk launches the podcast/radio show The Charlie Kirk Show, which becomes a major vehicle for his voice and for Turning Point USA content. He publishes The MAGA Doctrine, the only ideas that will win the future. Kirk marries Erica Francevey, now Erica Kirk, a businesswoman, podcaster, and former Miss Arizona USA. The couple had a daughter and a son. During this period, Turning Point USA, Turning Point Action, and Turning Point Faith became more sophisticated, using student activism, social media campaigns, campus Prove Me Wrong tables, and You're Being Brainwashed tours aimed at Gen Z. Kirk's political influence grows, and he becomes a key voice in conservative youth mobilization and increasingly aligned with the Donald Trump movement. Final year, peak influence, and death. In March of 2025, Kirk was appointed, by Trump, to the U.S. Air Force Academy Board of Visitors. On September 10, 2025, while speaking at a campus event at Utah Valley University, UVU, in Orem, Utah, as part of his American Comeback Tour, Kirk is shot and killed. Many conservative Christian leaders, media figures, and supporters referred to Kirk in explicitly religious terms, not just as a political activist, but as someone evangelizing, marching for the gospel, calling people to repent. For example, Tucker Carlson described him in a memorial and addressed him as a Christian evangelist, bringing the gospel to the country. Kirk himself over time shifted from a more secular conservative youth activist identity into one explicitly blending faith and activism. After his death, his funeral and memorial drew major attention, and his legacy became a flashpoint for discussions about youth politics, campus activism, polarization, and political violence. Key themes and impact. Kirk's rise is emblematic of youth-oriented conservative activism, moving from local high school politics to national campus campaigns. He leveraged podcasts, social media, and radio channels with combined in-person campus events to build influence. His alignment with the Trump-era Republican/MAGA movement gave him a prominent role in shaping young voter outreach, though his methods and rhetoric drew significant criticism. His death in 2025 marked a dramatic and tragic end to a meteoric trajectory, and it amplified debates around political violence, campus culture, and youth mobilization in a polarized era.